Hey gang, Ronin here. Welcome on back to the Retrocade. It's Saturday. That means it's time for another Sports Saturday. If you've been enjoying the content on the channel, as always, best way you can show it is hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Ring the bell to be notified of the latest content. Also, you can follow us on Twitter at @RetroCade. Help spread the word if you can. Help us hit our goal of 100 subscribers as soon as possible to make this channel even bigger and better. Don't forget about Suckerpunch Sunday coming up tomorrow, where we will play fighting platform-based game from the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th generation. And also start tuning in on Mondays. We go back into our big playthroughs, and we will be featuring a game that originally premiered on the Nintendo Entertainment System, but actually we won't be playing it on the Nintendo. That's the only teaser I will give you. But for this Sports Saturday, I figured with the NBA regular season winding down and the playoffs getting ready, why not visit what is arguably one of, if not the greatest arcade simulation of basketball ever created. We're going back to the 90s, specifically 1994, and we're going to play NBA Jam Tournament Edition for the PlayStation 1. If you have never played this game, 1, what is wrong with you? 2, you're in for a treat, because when I say this is considered the greatest arcade game of all time, I am not being hyperbolic. This game has so many variations of it that was produced over the years, and it was originally released in 1993. It was created in a tandem effort by Midway and Acclaim, and arguably it was one of the last really great games those two studios ever made. Now, in terms of the hierarchy, Midway always ended up having the tendency to make better games than Acclaim did. I remember Acclaim did not make great arcade games during the 80s and 90s, and their ports were not good either. And obviously, I'm going by my simple opinion on that. Your results may vary. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Portland Trail Blazers, because they were the team that I followed as I was living in the Pacific Northwest during the 90s. And obviously, they're just a better team at this point in 1994 than most of the other ones that we had available. So we'll see who we play.
Matchup, Blazers versus
And we're going to play the Dallas Mavericks. I think Jim Jackson, and I think that's either Anthony or Dale Davis, who I remember from being on the Indiana Pacers. Now, as this game is loading,
here's the tip.
This was an actual successor to the 1980s arcade game Arch Rivals, which was created by Midway, which followed the same format. You have it's a two-man squad on each side. You're playing 2-on-2. You have 3-minute quarters, and it's pretty much anything goes. And this set the template for other sports games that came out during and after the 90s were done. And as you can see, it's a free-for-all. If there is one small thing I have an issue with in this game, it is the spatial awareness involved in it, because it gets really easy, because how it works is you control one player, the computer controls another player, and then obviously the computer controls the opposition. You have a steal button, which is your circle, shoot button is square, jump button is triangle, and X is your turbo button, which means you can move a lot faster, even though you're on a limited gauge. That's what that blue bar is in the upper left-hand corner. And the whole goal is just score more than your opponent. And your opponent will do everything they can to get the ball away from you and keep that from happening. But it is the closest thing to a street ball tournament that you can have, also featuring NBA players. And that they got the licensing to be able to use actual NBA players was not so much a coup, but it was such a masterstroke for what Midway and Acclaim did that it made it, 1, instantly replayable, 2, the tournament edition made it where people lined up in a lot of ways like they did to play Street Fighter 2 in order to have opportunities to get a crack at somebody in it. Dude, I was halfway through my shot. You just stole that from me, you jerk.
The turnover.
There we go. Now, Cliffy is a three-point shooter. The late Cliff Robinson. Oh, and he had stolen again. There we go.
Strickland, Patsy, move.
Put it in. We're all square at 2.
To Jackson.
Excuse me. Not a good time to get choked up in the passing lane, and not a good time to sneeze either.
Excuse me.
Stealing the ball is a lot like double dribble, in that stealing the ball is a lot easier than blocking shots.
Strickland grabs the rebound.
You're going to shoot that over the backboard and put it in. But to Midway and Acclaim's credit, they did everything they could to make this as close to a perfect game as possible. And it truly is. If you like sports games, you don't have to be a sports junkie to play this game like you would if you were into playing games like Madden or what have you. Shot that from half, from full court. All right, this is crazy with what's happening here. Got more steals than I can shake a stick at.
Excuse me. To Robinson.
3 ball. Got it. The other thing about this game was that there were so many Easter eggs and little quirks and stuff that were put in it that half the fun when you had it on a console, and this game is so ubiquitous, it came out on every console save the original Nintendo. It came out on the Super Nintendo, it was on the Genesis, it was on the Game Gear. Obviously, I'm playing it on the PS1. The only system besides the Nintendo, and that was only because it came out after its lifespan, that it didn't come out on, it didn't make its way to the Neo-Geo. Hook shot with the baby hook. But even 25 years after this game first came out, it has been updated and transferred to the PS2, the PS3, the Xbox, the 360. You can even play it now on your phone. And you don't get that sort of longevity, and you do not get that sort of impact by making a crappy game. You just don't. And to this day, there will be people who can sit there and... Oh, you stole it. Shot off.
Jackson grabs the rebound.
Would it go? Yes, it did. It's right at the buzzer. But as I said, to this day, there are people who will still keep their Super NES or keep their PlayStations or make sure that as soon as they update a system, if they can find a way to be able to play NBA Jam on it, they'll play it. And, you know, you don't get lightning in a bottle like that very often. You just don't. And unfortunately, even though with the success of this game in arcades and on consoles, it still was not enough to save both Midway and Acclaim. Acclaim went belly up in 2004. Midway, unfortunately, went away a couple years after that. And the license for NBA Jam was bought by Electronic Arts. So EA Sports now has the rights to NBA Jam.
Rejected. Robinson.
Fine, I'll take it again. Top of the key, no.
Away with the board. Batsy, move.
And actually, I was wrong. The X button is your pass. Your turbo button is the R2 button.
To Ashburn. To Davis.
Whoop.
To Robinson. Just 2.
So down by 1 with about 2 minutes to go in the first half.
Strickland. Hello.
He shot a dream 3 from that corner.
the floor. To Robinson. Hello.
Well, I'll take that 2 and knock it down. So we're staying in it.
Mashburn. Patsy, move.
I'm willing to bet if you were able to walk into an arcade right now, you would probably find somebody
Davis comes away with the board.
playing a copy of this. If it's in the arcade, somebody's playing it.
He's heating up.
Because it is fast-paced, it's fun to follow,
Robinson.
it's got all these cool animations to it, it's got the Easter eggs, and if you get good at it, you can really clean up, and you can go through pretty much every team in the NBA if you want to be able to, take a good long time at it. Ooh, that went flying over the board.
Robinson.
Hook shot, goaltending. And that's something else you have to look forward to, or you have to be careful of
Davis. Hello.
when you're playing this game. If you get too close to the net on a shot, and the ball's going to be looking like it's going to go in,
Rejected.
then that's called goaltending.
He's heating up.
Ooh, I think I got an 8-point lead. I got to knock some threes down. That's the way to do it. Oh, that was a 2. Uh-oh. Get back, get back, get back.
Me. Robinson.
Kaboom. Now we're starting to come back with under 30 seconds to go in the second.
To Davis. He's on fire.
There we go.
Good Mashburn.
Are you kidding me?
Davis. Fancy move.
You did it again. Ugh. See, if you can get the timing down, you can get those mid-air blocks or steals, and that makes it all the harder. And now we get the halftime report, which gives you a little bit of breakdown. But there are, to date, there are 12 versions of NBA Jam. The last one came out, the On Fire edition, in 2011 for the PS3 and the Xbox 360. But then they give you this breakdown of how everybody did. I'm going to keep my squad the way I got it. Oh, and I'm going to bring in Jamal Mashburn. And now we start the second half. But as I've stated many times on this channel, a game that, on the one hand, can look really simple, it often belies the complexity of it.
Mashburn. He's on fire.
And this is one of those games where
To Strickland. Great defense. Into the stand. Into the stand.
are you kidding?
To Jackson. Strickland. Hello.
There we go. The computer has such great timing on getting those mid-air blocks is really annoying. And I will tell you that in playing in playing other versions of this game, why I chose the PS1 version over like the Super Nintendo version
Robinson.
is that the Super Nintendo version is brutal. It is a very unforgiving game. I was practicing on it earlier in the week,
Knocked to the floor. Robinson.
and it completely kicked my butt.
Robinson.
Finger roll. And now we're getting back into it. We're only down by 4.
To Mashburn. To Jackson. Nothing but net.
That wasn't a 3. Take that 3. Nope.
Strickland.
Gonna hit the sky drop that one in. And we're still down by 4 with about 90 seconds to go.
To Mashburn.
This is a game that you can play in about a half an hour or so if you want. Or if you want to play more games than that, you can go as long as you want. And the multiplayer aspect of this is what makes it even better. And then you don't have to worry about things like fouls or... Because obviously a lot of these steals and everything are coming from me getting knocked on my butt.
To Strickland. Nothing but
There we go. Now we're down 6. We need to stay in this.
Oh. To Jackson. To Mashburn. Hello.
Okay, we're down 8.
Knock to the floor. Knock to the floor. To Jackson.
We still can't steal it back yet.
Jackson.
And he put it in. Now we're down by 10. Now we got a problem. Under a minute to go.
To Mashburn.
Well, these guys are just brutal. They're eating us up. So we're going to have to come back with big time if we want to have a chance in this. How is that not goaltending? And how is that not a steal?
Hello.
They're on a serious run here. It's like 14, 15, nothing. Finally get a bucket. Couldn't buy one earlier.
To Mashburn. Knock to the floor.
Tried to take the shot and got plunked.
To Strickland. Robinson.
Take the 3. Got it. Needed that. Big, big way because we're down by 9.
At the buzzer.
Let's it go. No. Prayer not answered. So we go to the 4th. Down 55-46, so it's a 9-point game. Let's see. Who else can I go with here? Yeah, I'll bring in the Bruiser, Otis Thorpe. All right. Go to the 4th. See if we can pull out victory from the clutches of defeat here. We're down by 9.
Davis. Davis.
Are you kidding?
Excuse me. To Davis. Nothing but
Took 6 shots, got all the rebounds. I couldn't get the ball back, and they knocked it down.
Take that.
I need the 3s, and Cliff was great at hitting 3s when we needed them.
Robinson.
Got the goaltend. We needed that because now we're only down by 6. Ah, you jerk.
To Davis. Wild shot. To Robinson. Excuse me. Rejected.
Yeah, knew that was coming. I got bumped.
Davis. Robinson's away with the board.
Launches that one from way downtown. Otis is not a 3-point shooter.
Excuse me. To Clark.
That's a goaltend. But we're still down by 6 with 90 seconds to go.
He's heating up.
Use that block. Take the 3. Yes. Now we're down by 5. Hit the jumper. Now we're down by 3. We got a chance here.
To Davis.
Oh. Okay, we need another 3 and quick. Oh, bang. 2-point game now. See, and again, this is where you get most of the fun, is that if you can put together comebacks like this.
To Jackson. To Davis. Jackson. To Davis. To Jackson. To Davis. Excuse me.
Okay, dude, pass it.
Rejected.
No, Otis, you moron. Pass it. Thank you. Go.
Rejected.
And Otis takes the 3 from the top of the key. We got the lead with under 30 seconds to go.
Davis.
And you whiffed on the layup.
Jackson.
But you didn't whiff on the dunk. Okay, so now we could, in theory, hold for last shot. Now we just gotta be able to count it down.
Robinson.
Put back, and we get the goaltend. We have the lead with 2 seconds to shot. No, and we win it. 66-65. I will tell you, for being down by 9 at the start of the period, I didn't think we were going to pull that one out, but yet we did. So let's see who we would advance on to play. They load this up. I guess my only real critique about this game is that it takes forever between the load sequences, but that's because it was a PS1. Cliff had 47 points, 36 steals. He was injured 35 times. But coming off the bench, Otis Thorpe with 19 points. Let's see. Dale Davis had 36 points. Jim Jackson 29 in the losing effort. But he had 11 blocks, 12 assists. Davis had 7 dunks, 6 rebounds. He had a triple-double, 10 assists, 10 steals. He had a quadruple-double. 36, 10, 10, and 10. He had the quadfecta. Wow. And injuries don't count in that respect. A triple-double is when you get at least 10 of any major statistical category. So points, assists, steals, blocks, rebounds, that all counts. Dunks would not. So in that case, Jackson had a triple-double because he had 29, 19, and 12. He also had a quadfecta because he had 11 blocks. But we end up pulling it out in the very, very end thanks to a goaltend. We outscored Dallas 20-10 in the final quarter and win 66-65. And that is half of the reason why this game is so great. The other half is, like I said, that you can sit down with your buddies and play this game forever. You can play in tandem or you can play in opposition of each other and just go for it. You don't have to know a whole lot about basketball. You don't have to know a whole lot about video games. If you just want to be able to sit down and have a good time with your buddies, this is right up there with playing GoldenEye, with playing Street Fighter 2, with all of those great 90s arcade games, Mortal Kombat, that you can just get together and have a ball with it. So if you are on the fence about trying this out, seriously, give it a go. I played the PS1 version. Again, you can play it on the PS2, the PS3, the Wii, the Xbox, the 360, the 64. If you have older systems, you can play it on the Super Nintendo. You can play it on the Genesis. I will warn you that those ones, the 16-bit ones, are particularly difficult. You can turn the difficulty down, but that is one, I mean, seriously, this is one of the greatest arcade games of all time, and it deserves it. For lasting almost 30 years now, it has lived up to all the hype. So if you've enjoyed this, best way you can show it, as always, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, ring the bell to be notified of the latest content. Be sure to catch Suckerpunch Sunday tomorrow, and also don't miss out on our new playthrough starting on Monday. I'm going to try and do at least 2 days a week on that one. I may go 3 depending on what my schedule is, but I'm hoping very much that I'll be in the process of getting back to work very soon. And go from there. So be sure to follow us on Twitter at @Retrocade. Help us hit our goal of 100 subscribers as soon as possible. That way we can make this channel bigger and better. And if there's a game you would like to see us feature from the Nintendo Entertainment System, the Super Nintendo, the Sega Master System, Sega Genesis, or Mega Drive, SNK, Neo-Geo, Nintendo 64, PlayStation 1, or PlayStation 2, leave it in the comments below. As always, my name is Ronin. Been great to spend this Saturday with you. Be safe, be well, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Bye.